This is Respectfully Outrageous with Nathan and Ben, and today we will be doing our division predictions for the upcoming NFL season. Hope you enjoy. To the start of our division predictions or the NFL predictions for next season. And today we're going to be doing the AFC North, and we'll start with Ben here.
I got Pittsburgh at winning the division, simply because no one else has progressed enough or fallen off to change that. Then I got Baltimore at 2, Cleveland at 3, Cincinnati at 4.
All right, so what are you thinking there? Like, what's your process going into that?
The reason I put Pittsburgh up at number 1, their offense is good, their defense is not elite, but it's better than anybody else. Baltimore, they're good enough. I don't know if Lamar Jackson will change anything, so I'm going to keep them where they are. The reason I said Cleveland is ahead of Cincinnati. Really, I just feel like their defense has just been kind of deteriorating over the last couple of years. And I think Cleveland is on a positive upturn. And I think whoever starts, Taylor or Mayfield, which I think will be Taylor, is going to get them enough wins. And they played the Bengals tough. So I think they'll win out. And then Cincinnati, just because it's Andy Dalton. And I don't need to say any more. Do you want me to dive directly into the schedules, the records?
Yeah, let's go into the records.
So let's start with Pittsburgh. I have losses for Pittsburgh at Baltimore, at Jacksonville, at Denver, and at New Orleans, and then in Oakland. So 1 loss to New Orleans, 1 loss to Denver, that's 2 losses. 1 loss to Jacksonville, that's 3. 1 loss to Baltimore, that's 4. And then, so 12-4.
All right, interesting.
Baltimore, then again, they're not changing. So, I'm going to go by losses. So, they're going to lose to Tennessee. They're going to lose to Pittsburgh. That's 2. They'll lose to New Orleans. That's 3. Carolina's a toss-up that I think we can take. That's 4. And that's 5 at LA. It's 5, 11-5.
Interesting.
Because there's some other ones.
That's a really good schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
if you think the Ravens are going 11-5?
I mean, looking at their schedule, Kansas City's a toss-up. I don't know what we're gonna get from Mahomes. At Atlanta, what Atlanta are we gonna get?
Yeah.
They're winning against the Bengals. Pittsburgh. They're at home against Pittsburgh, and that's 50-50.
So, just a little thing. You don't have to necessarily go by schedule. It's just kind of what you're feeling the record is going to be.
Okay, fair enough. Because that could take forever if I did it by schedule.
Yeah.
Cleveland. Well, they're going to lose to Baltimore at MT Bank Stadium. They're going to lose to Pittsburgh twice. And then, just kind of judging by that, I think in Cleveland, like maybe 7-9, 8-8, nothing crazy. But I don't think when I said Cincinnati, when I said the Bengals are going to be the last, I'm not saying they're going to be 0-16 or 1-15.
Yeah. Like
6-10, maybe 5-11, which for what's going to break maybe their playoff streak, which snapped last year. So, So
interesting.
Any qualms you got or anything?
Yeah,
major?
I do. I'm gonna shake this up a little bit. I have first place. I got the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's no contest really.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers just have the best personnel in this division.
Mm-hmm.
You got Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Big Ben. Even Mason Rudolph. You say it backup if Big Ben is an issue.
Right.
And Juju, one of the greatest young receivers that's coming. I think he's too much like Antonio Brown. It might be a little bit of an issue, but hey, that's not my call. I got Steelers 1, and I got 2. I got the Browns. I feel like the Ravens are gonna have too many issues with this whole Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson thing. I feel like that's gonna play a role into this kind of like they're gonna try and figure out who they want to start, and they're gonna keep losing games because they're not gonna fit the pieces,
right.
And they're not gonna do it until too late in the season. So that's why. And then I got the Ravens at 3. And then I got Bengals 4, obviously, because I don't really like Andy Dalton. I don't think he's that good. I'm not a huge fan of Marvin Lewis or their running back situation either. I like A.J. Green. and Tyler Eifert, but Tyler Eifert hasn't stayed on the field in a long time.
Yeah.
It's hard for him, with injuries, and AJ Green just is hit or miss because he's got Andy Dalton.
Right. I think we agreed a little bit on Baltimore, but I think you agree to more extent of that it's going to be a bigger issue for the quarterback situation. And Harbaugh made some comments about saying that Flacco's our guy, but we're going to get him on the field at the same time, which kind of you can't. He can't catch. He can't beat Tim Tebow. So what are you going to do? I think looking at this division, everyone should feel good except the Bengals.
Yeah.
Everyone should be happy about this division. There can be some improvements, really, except the Bengals.
Right.
I mean, I think Baltimore, it's not their 2012 season. They're not making a run.
Right.
So get some pieces, get some pass rushers in the draft, and you'll be better for next season.
And that was someone I was thinking about considering because, the Ravens this year, Joe Flacco's playing on a contract year.
Don't pay him.
And last time he was on a contract year, he went to the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah, okay. They're not going to have a Hail Mary in Denver.
And they also don't have the stellar defense anymore.
Right.
So,
how much didn't he, when he got paid in 2012, wasn't that the quarterback record at like $137 million?
It was ridiculous.
Now it's at like $190 million, $190 million. So
I don't get it. So for records, I got Steelers going 11-5.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a comfortable spot.
Yeah.
I can give them take two games.
Mm-hmm.
I think they max out at 13-3.
Okay.
And then on the low side they go 9-7. I think that's kind of the range there, but I think 11-5 is a sweet spot. I got the Browns going 8-8, so
right, basically same thing. Okay.
It's just kind of in the middle, and I think they really improve. And they set up really well for next year, the following year. And I got the Ravens going 6-10, which might be a little on the lower side.
Yeah.
And I might give them a couple games up top, but I got to give them the 6-10 just because that's all I'm comfortable giving them at this point. And Bengals, I got them going 5-11. I mean, I don't see anything that makes them have more than 6 wins.
Right.
So I got them at 5-11.
Okay, fair enough.
And any last thoughts on this division here?
This division is stale. It's just.
I would agree. The only thing that makes this interesting really is Lamar Jackson and the whole Browns situation. But like the Steelers, I mean, it's Le'Veon Bell's contract year after year. When are they going to finally sign him? I mean,
it's like watching the same movie over and over.
It is. It really is because we know it's going to shake up to be the same. I mean, I don't think really any team here stands a threat to the Steelers for the division title.
No. Have you seen the movie Groundhog's Day?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit.
Where he keeps going over and dying and over and over.
Right, yeah.
That's the Steelers in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's New England or Jacksonville. They're just going to keep losing. And, I mean, they're good, but, if you were to, re-switch the divisions, I don't really see anything that's going to change here.
Right.
And looking at personnel, everyone's improved except Cincinnati. So,
right.
I'm not going to sit here and bash Cincinnati. They got some good players, but I will say the most intriguing storyline that I'm going to watch with this division is in the quarterbacks. It's the coaching. Because I think Harbaugh might be on a coaching year. He's like, whoa, you really? I was like, yeah. 2012 was good. It was a great year. But what have you done
for me? That was a long time ago.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
And I have to say, Cincinnati, this man is living on borrowed time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Mike Tomlin is a lot more in danger than everyone thinks he is.
Yeah.
Simply because it's really easy to beat up on puppies when you're the biggest dog in the park.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's more competition, I don't think they're going to replace him because no one else is better, but he should be worried. So, yeah. Pretty stagnant division that nothing much is going to change.
I would have to agree with that. There's definitely some more divisions here that I would look at.
That I would. I'll watch it if it's on TV because it's football, but other than that,
yeah,
it's the AFC North.
And later we will be talking about our playoff predictions as well. And I just giving a little heads up. I have no wild card teams from this division, and I'm pretty sure that's where that is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the only team that can pull the Keenum, which for clarifying, which is losing your starting quarterback and then having your defense play out of their minds and get you into the playoffs on some luck, would be Baltimore because of Lamar Jackson's legs. But,
I'm thinking the team that maybe I put low, but the team that might have the most ability to go higher is probably the Ravens.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Browns are just too fresh.
Yeah, the Browns are too fresh. But if the Browns if the Browns are on the cusp of the playoffs, that's a huge job.
For sure. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Huge. And if they...
That's a good setup for the next year.
Great setup for next year. And if they do get in, I would say that they'd be the hungriest, kind of like the Eagles were the hungry dogs run faster. Kind of
Yeah.
thing. So, yeah.
All right, so that was our AFC North predictions,
Mhm.
and we will continue to do this for the rest of the divisions.